Into the darkness, we are one. Into the darkness.
Stand back! The SCS is coming through.
YouTube, what's going on? Second City Sleepers here once again. Alex, Ryan, Mike, bringing you another fast-paced, high-action, not really, episode, kind of recapping kind of what's going on in the wrestling industry right now. I do apologize if we've gotten a little lazy with some of these, but we are planning on making changes soon, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I believe in the last video, I don't think we really got into Roman Reigns being champion. I don't know if he was champion yet, actually, when we did that last video.
No.
I don't think he was.
No, he was Sheamus because we booed him.
Yeah, we booed Sheamus, yep.
So we're gonna boo Roman Reigns too now.
Roman Reigns is starting to grow on me a little bit.
I wish he could speak on the mic better.
Yes.
This Roman Reigns I like better than the old Roman Reigns.
He's got like that ruthless, like just gonna tear everything down. Not as long as he doesn't talk. I know.
Right, like his in-ring is fine. It's very palatable, very watchable. It's just like when he speaks, if it's not a one-line or a cool tiny catchphrase, he's like not the stupid comedy catchphrases he tries, but I mean when he's just like back when he was with Shield, he had like one line. It was just a cool, calm, collect one line. He was perfect. I know as a champion you need to speak, but like they're gonna have to do something that that helps him with that.
You think maybe The Rock would try to work with him a little bit?
No.
No, remember The Rock got booed, so like he's not gonna go. No, I'm joking.
It's just amazing how he goes from like a year later after being booed out of the building, and all of a sudden everyone loves him now.
No, I mean that's the point though.
I mean it's good for him. He's getting over. I'm not a fan, but I'm starting to like him a little more.
The way he treated Triple H reminds you back in the day how Vince got treated by Stone Cold.
But isn't that kind of bad that they're rehashing their old glory days?
I hate that. They recycled pretty much Daniel Bryan, same thing pretty much.
They tried everything with Roman Reigns, so let's just try this too.
Yeah. I mean that's fine. In general, that's fine for my wrestling view. Like, I mean, everything is recycled in life in general. Like history repeats itself, music's all recycled, styles. So I mean, like that's fine. But my issue with it is on Triple H's end. Triple H is supposed to be the game, so go out there and be the badass and just knock people out, not take crap. But he takes a spear from Roman Reigns and he's out for 2 weeks or whatever it is. Like you're telling me one spear from Reigns and now he's put out forever when he had a match against Sting in WrestleMania. He had to use a bat and a sledgehammer and his boys, and then he had to take the victory. But he can take a beating from Sting at WrestleMania, take a beating from Brock Lesnar at matches before that, and take her for 2 years in a row, and come back. But a one spear from Reigns, and now he's all like wuss. So now the next time he gets in the ring, he better take one punch and be on the floor and take a 3 count. I mean, really, how are you gonna? That's my only issue with this whole thing. So when he does have a match again, whoever it's against, we're supposed to believe he can take a punch.
And the one thing that pissed me off about it was they made us try to believe, he's injured, he's going to be gone, and the next night he does a taping for NXT and he's perfectly fine.
You have to separate the two out of the...
Yeah, it's still the same company though, so they need to try to kind of cross paths with that a little bit.
Trying to get back in the championship picture? Seriously,
I don't know.
Because it is. Because
do we care?
I don't care.
I'm not against him holding the title again.
I am against him holding the title.
I think he was always a great heel champion. I have no issue with him.
Yeah, but it's like this is the reason why we can't get anybody up there. This is the reason why we can't have no other champions. This is the reason why we're stuck with Sheamus and Reigns as champion. Now we're gonna have to deal with Triple H coming back. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Now I don't think they're gonna do that. But say they do. Say it's you want to fight? I'm taking that belt from you. Maybe if they do some sort of version of that, and Triple H does win, don't you think the next person that beats him though he'll put over? And maybe in our world at least it'll be one of those up and coming NXT stars, which he's the one that raised. Do you think he would do that? Do you think that's even an issue or a possibility?
Only if it's Joe. If just say Triple H had the title and Joe comes up.
Oh, I would love Joe to whoop him.
I would, and that would be the only way I would be sold on this. Is if Joe came up and was like, you're going to beat up these guys, you're going to take this guy's spot. Well, I'm taking your official spot. You know, that's how I would really want it. But I just don't want to see Triple H in the championship title when we have Owens sitting there doing nothing.
Well, I definitely agree with you 100% that there are a lot more people that I'd rather see have the title, and Owens is definitely one of them.
That's the only reason why I wouldn't want Triple H to have it, is because we have at least 5 people that we can name that deserve that spot right now.
John Cena? Oh, okay. Just checking.
Well, even though we know what's going to happen with that anyway.
I don't have anything to throw at him.
But that's why I wouldn't want Triple H, and I just feel like this is another way to get Triple H in the limelight.
Speaking of John Cena, he's going to be back by the time this comes up.
And this is the reason why he's going to be going against the League of Nations.
Okay, let's talk League of Nations. I like. I think it's a great little heel team. I like most of the members in it.
But who's going to be the great American boy that's going to beat him?
Probably Cena.
Probably Cena.
Swagger's not there, man.
I like Swagger. I want to talk about Swagger a little bit, actually.
Go ahead. I'll tell you much
I
I don't
hold on.
like him.
Before that, I'm just telling you, this League of Nations is great, but they're going to get beaten by Cena.
Yep, and it's going to go away. It's going to be another one of those factions that no one remembers.
Like Nexus.
Exactly. But unless they do something really cool where they
They actually beat Cena?
Well, no, he gets allies like from other, like you have Neville. That's from where? Where's he from? Australia?
I thought he was from England.
No, I think he's from Australia. Well, anyway, either
He's
way.
from like Ireland.
We don't know. Well, wherever Neville's from.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like that where you can get other
So you try to find the face to wherever the opposite of where they're from.
like a big Civil War, not Civil War, but World War. You know what I mean? Like this would be cool, but I think this League of Nations is just John Cena, good old American boy, is gonna beat him. But Jack Swagger is not there.
So yeah, I mean we can talk about Swagger. Feel free.
Ever since he came back this time, for something about, I don't know, but I'm starting to like him a lot more. I'm not saying he's great or anything, but I think that they need to, not so much main card push him, but like a good, like solid, like mid-card guy they need to have up there. I think he's doing that with Del Rio right now. I like what they got going. I don't understand what happened to Zeb Coulter, where it's like he was with Del Rio and then all of a sudden they had a fight like 2 weeks after they got together. Now he's missing.
Why they even get together in the first place? They were against each other when he was here. See, that's just WWE.
Yeah, that was just like
stupid.
watching it 2 years ago.
Like we're supposed to forget about that. We're dumb viewers and we're dumb WWE Universe members.
The whole Mex-American thing, that's bad.
Well, I think they did get rid of that just because he joined the League of Nations. I mean, I think they realized that was horrible and they X'd it.
But it didn't make any sense to me because like a week before, I think it was TLC when Swagger went against Del Rio for the United States title.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Zeb Coulter was like all pro Del Rio, and then Del Rio told him to shoo off, and then all of a sudden Jack Swagger is fighting for Zeb Coulter's honor in the pay-per-view, and I'm like, what? I just don't get it. But I like what they're doing with Swagger. I mean, I'm slowly becoming a fan of his. I love his in-ring work. Yeah, he's terrible on the mic, though.
Yeah, he's got to stick to We the People line.
Which I do like.
My thing on Swagger, to me, yeah, he's good in the ring. Like, I shouldn't say he's good in the ring. He's solid in the ring, but he does nothing to me that, like, is really eccentric. It's nothing really exciting unless he's in there with somebody that's also really good, and then they'll have a really good match. But if it's just him and he's the one carrying the match, I feel like you're not going to see mistakes, but you're not going to see anything that's going to be like, wow, that was pretty good, and I want to see that again, or I want to see that match again. That's just my take with Swagger, and you're right. You can't. He's not going to.
I think he's just a good pay jobber. I'm fast forwarding whatever match he's in.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I fast forward through most of his matches too. So.
The only way that he's gonna get any kind of push is if Cena takes him underneath his belt for this good old American to go against the League of Nations. But I don't know. I'd rather see Swagger than some other people. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Swagger.
All right, let's talk about the Slammy'S, huh?
Yeah. How about a fake poll?
Oh my gosh.
The fans vote.
Fans vote. Yeah.
Either the fans are dumb.
Well, we know there are a lot of those.
Or the WWE is just it's like voting for the president. Where like you think your vote works, but it really doesn't.
The only one that was correct was Seth Rollins, Superstar of the Year.
Yes.
And honestly, that was the only one that was like Okay, that's true. The rest was like,
And his
why?
promo was good.
Yeah, promo was great. It's good to see him
One
back.
funny note with Rollins winning, that's back-to-back years. A superstar of the year one who did not completely perform throughout the entire year.
Doesn't matter. He was so good, and
Yeah, which I agree, yeah.
there was nobody to me that was even close to that in that company.
Last year, didn't
Reigns won last year, and he wrestled like what, like 5 months, 6 months.
Yeah, that was fake last year.
Yeah.
Oh, well, by the way, extreme moment in the year, and Reigns gets it. What did he do that was extreme?
he? Yeah, seriously, that was stupid.
Like, wouldn't the pay-per-view with the TLC match, the tag
Yeah,
match, wouldn't that be more of an extreme moment
yeah.
than,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Or the Dudleys putting somebody through a table, you know, like, wouldn't that be a little more extreme than Reigns
Kalisto was
working?
the one I thought was going to win that award. I was like, that's a given, right?
Yeah, that was amazing when he did that.
I was like, that's a given right there. Nope. No, Reigns gonna get it because we gotta give him much stuff as we can to make him look good.
Who won female there? Nikki Bella, right?
Yeah, Nikki
What
Bella.
did she do in the ring that was amazing? Nothing. She showed up. She showed off her boobs.
Gave
She,
a bunch of teenage boys boners.
but she's bad in the ring.
Yeah, she's
Or,
very
I mean,
good.
not bad. She, well, yeah, but that's just because they wanted AJ's lead off that title reign.
Another
And Rollins, mark my words, Rollins would have had Punk's reign if it wasn't for his injury. I guarantee you they were pushing for him to beat Punk's number.
I actually, as much as it pains me to say that, but I would have been okay with that actually, because I think Rollins is a guy that is capable and believable of doing that type of feat.
Yep. A face or a heel.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rollins, his promo that he cut when he got the award, where he came out kind of like a face, and then all of a sudden he just completely shit on the fans and stuff.
Well, it's because they're leaving him open for what they want to do with him when he comes back.
He's gonna come back as a face.
I think he will. I think he's going to come back with attitude and be more selfish, and then turn to a face. Because he's going to get an ovation when he comes back.
Oh yeah.
When
It's gonna be epic.
Oh, he's got. I mean, it's going to be. It's going to be a good ovation. But anyways, I just feel like the Slammy's either need to get real, make us care, or just go away. Because why are you going to hand out a crappy trophy that no one really cares or believes about who won? That's just my take on it. And the poor people in Minnesota, like they didn't last year. They had the Christmas episode, so they had the Slammy episode this year, a bunch of garbage, and then half the people didn't even show up. Even their beloved Brock Lesnar wasn't there, and he lives there, like a town over or something close like that, and the people that won the awards weren't there for half of them. And then the year before that, when Raw was there, they get the Christmas episode with a Big Show giant or a Big Show Mark, and it was Mark Henry was last year, whatever. But they get the crappy Santa episode that no one cares about. I feel bad for you guys in Minnesota. WWE owes you a big pay-per-view or something.
Hey, Santino came back.
Who cares?
He's funny.
Yeah,
I like Santino.
in a wrestling when he wrestles, not when he plays a stupid gimmick.
But what else would he do?
He can wrestle.
Yeah, he can wrestle.
He actually
but-
knows martial arts. Like he's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. But I mean, I don't.
Well, I think- I don't
would
think
never be intimidated by him if he was a heel.
If he, remember when he came out, he won the IC belt? Like you tell me you didn't believe in him then?
That was cool. Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
I thought he beat him live.
Well, yeah, Bobby Lashley held him down with a pin after.
I'm just saying though, but like, I mean, when he came out, he actually wrestled, and then it was like quickly after that where he turned into the comic relief.
The only reason why Neville won that was because the kids love Neville.
Which Neville's great, and I don't have a problem with him winning, but Kevin Owens is way more of it. Should have
And
been.
I love that they gave Owens that spotlight. It was like they knew, like, yeah, we screwed up. Like, yeah, Owens, you go out there. Neville, come back here. We'll give you the award. But
Owens is he is amazing.
Yep. I hope they don't bury him eventually. Like, you know, they already kind of do bury everybody. That's not saying.
I feel like the real fans actually won't let it happen. Like, we're gonna root for this guy.
Yeah, but we root for Cesaro, and where is he at? Well, he's injured now, but what has he been doing? We root for Ziggler, and what does he do? You know,
They're supposedly
jobs to
plans
people.
for Cesaro when he gets back.
You know, but we root for the really good wrestlers, and Daniel Bryan took him a year and a half to finally get his thing, and then unfortunately he got injured.
I think
but,
he's done.
But beside the fact, even if he were to not get injured, how much farther was they were going to go with him? You know what I mean? Before they buried him. Like, he'll get a push when he comes back, if he comes back, just because the fans are going to go probably like stone cold rock crazy for him, you know. But I guess time will tell if that happens.
Royal Rumble. I feel like that's the change in the tide, hopefully.
For who?
Sami Zayn, I'm thinking Royal Rumble.
I think they're not done with him in NXT. I mean, he might be in the Rumble.
No, he'll be in the Rumble as like a surprise guy, kind
I
of.
really do think NXT's guys winning it though.
You think?
I think somebody that came from NXT is gonna win it.
Oh, even if it's somebody that's already here now, like Owens or something?
Owens, but I think Joe might even come out.
I've been saying forever that Joe shouldn't even be in NXT.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
That guy should have just came onto Raw, bust out his Samoan, and just whooped somebody. And they could have done the same thing they did with Owens and have him whoop on Cena or whoop on Orton if he was there and the top man at the time. Or if it was Rollins, just go out there and whoop on Rollins. Whoever was one of the top 3 on that time, he should have went out there and destroyed.
There we go. You know, since we probably won't be recording again until, well, we might, until after Royal Rumble, who do you think's going to win it? Who do you want to win it?
Rumble?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so hard for me to make my prediction now. I mean, my favorites are like, would be an NXT member that I like, Finn or Joe or Sami Zayn, just somebody that's new and fresh. I don't want to see the same old thing. But they also have a month of programming to get to themselves there, or a little over a month of programming.
Which we could all watch as they replay it throughout Royal Rumble.
Yes, which is why I barely watch Raw. I read up on it now, but...
I want to see Owens win it, and I'm expecting it worse, so I'm expecting Cena to win it.
Daniel Bryan comes back and wins it. That's where I'm going with it. I feel like Daniel Bryan's gonna come back and win it. Huge pop on Raw after that. My surprise pick, somebody that's gonna come in the Rumble. I feel like, I know it's a long shot, but I'm just saying Cesaro. I don't think the injury is as serious as they're saying it is. But he's gonna have a big.
You think maybe he got in a small injury? They're gonna play it up big so that people forget about him, and boom, out he comes and wins.
Supposedly there was huge plans for Cesaro when, before he got hurt, like they wanted him to be up there with Sheamus and Reigns.
Yeah, well, don't you know that every time somebody gets hurt, there's always some big rumor of like, oh, if he didn't get hurt, man, look at all this.
I think he was going to. Though.
I hope.
I don't believe anything else, but I think Cesaro is a guy that they can have in their pocket and be ready to pop. You know what I mean? Like, the fans want it. He goes out there and starts flinging people over the top rope with a spin. One of the little dudes, like a lucha dragon. Tell me that would just be sick.
Pretty good.
That would be so sick.
Seth Rollins comes back miraculously 4 months ahead of time.
Yeah.
What is his return date?
WrestleMania, wasn't it? Like right before WrestleMania, I thought I heard.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like April-ish.
Here's a question. Do you think Reigns will hold it that long?
No.
Yes.
You think so?
Well, you know what? I take that back. Yes, because they're doing nothing with anybody, and if he just drops it, it's one of those like he pooped on Vince's desk, and they're like, oh, you're not having the belt no more, and he dumps it on somebody.
I think Ambrose holds his belt longer than Reigns does.
Yes.
I hope so.
Ambrose gonna have that IC title for about 6 months.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's gonna be a nice little thing for him.
Which eventually he will, once he loses it, he'll go for the heavyweight championship, which would be. I might cry.
Jeff Hardy returns at the Rumble.
I think he's under contract.
No, his contract's ending, but he's got to have neck surgery, and he's going to be out until like August, September.
Those neck surgeries, man, those things are just too iffy.
Neck or shoulders or something like that.
Yeah, but anywhere in that area is just bad.
Yeah. You think we've seen Sting's last match against Rollins?
Yeah.
Or you think he'll come out and have like one of those soft matches just to say goodbye?
I think Sting's done. And from what I've read and what I've heard, they don't have anything in plans or works for him right now.
Oh, you mean WWE stuff?
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he just becomes an agent in the back.
Yeah, because what I've heard on Sting is that he had the same. He either just had or is gonna have the same surgery that Edge and Cena had, and they both came back pretty quickly. Like Cena, it was like Cena in 08 or something like that, and Edge in 03 or whatever. And they all came. They both came back pretty quickly. So it's a surgery that the doctor knows what's up. The doctor knows he's gonna be fine, and the healing will be fine. But the age of Sting is hindering Sting's ability. But then. you know, Sting just doesn't know if he wants to risk any other injuries at his age, even if he is able to come back and doctors clear him and everything like that. You know, so I'm just, I mean, I'd hate to see somebody like Bret Hart had his last match and he couldn't have that final goodbye. You know what I mean?
I think he does.
Well, he did against not Hogan, McMahon, but that really wasn't a match. That was a fight.
I don't even think that even counted as a match. It was terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just wondering if you guys think that he's gonna have like a soft goodbye match.
I just hope it ain't the whole Taker thing.
No, because somebody's got to hold either one of them up, so it has to be somebody.
Yeah, I just hope it ain't Taker.
Like maybe Jericho or something that they can.
Jericho be cool.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
Jericho comes back to wrestle Sting. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and in respect what match, it doesn't have to be anybody. It has to be a heel or no, you know. They just be like, hey man, you want your last match? I got you, bud. You know what I mean? And just do something like that.
That'd be legit. Like how Ric Flair picked Shawn Michaels. Like that'd be cool. Sting was like, I want Jericho as my last match.
Yeah.
Speaking of Taker, what are we thinking on him for WrestleMania?
Man, I think it's gonna be Bray, and they're gonna put Bray over.
It doesn't make sense to me because he's already beaten Bray twice.
Yeah, but I think that reason why he beat him twice. This is my thing. I've thought about this for a little bit. He beat him twice to let everybody know, like, hey, you're beneath me. I got you. I beat you. But on his go away match, very few people win that. Edge is like one of the only few that were able to. And then they're gonna pass on the whole darkness thing because they're beating all the ECW team, which is bad.
Yeah, that's just a way for Vince to shit on ECW anymore. I feel like
Very good possibility. I mean, the Dudleys came back, had a nice reaction, and now they're like jobbers. They're really
yeah,
good.
it's
In the 90s, Dudley's would have went over New Day.
And
everyone should go over New Day.
I mean, the Dudleys should have went over them. No, we won't get on the New Day debate with you, but they should have went over it in general because they're just a better tag team.
Yeah.
There's no tag team in WWE right now that are together that are better than the Dudleys. Even the Dudleys, not old. I mean, they're older, but they're not like decrepit age. You know what I mean? Like they're obviously toward the end of their career, but there's no team better than them right now. There's no team that I believe that are going to beat them.
Are we gonna see a Bully Ray?
Well,
Probably
considering that's
not.
a TNA
Yeah.
thing, it would have to be.
I mean, you know, like a
Bubba Ray.
Ray.
I hope so, because his TNA championship
It was
run was
awesome.
phenomenal.
I loved him.
It was phenomenal. And his in-ring work was great. His mic work was
Loved
probably the best. Was the best at the time in any company. And that was, you know, I mean,
I would love him to be singles. That'd be great.
I mean, but I do love seeing the 3D though, and it's nice that we got to see it again, you know, a few times. But yeah, they're just messing up on that. Oh, but you have a Taker thing. We kind of jumped off of that.
Taker.
Yeah, like, what do you think about Taker's last thing?
Taker, I don't want it to be Bray. I really don't. It's just pointless. And honestly, I just think the whole Kane thing would be awesome. Just to be like,
As a fight against each other, like in hatred, or as a respect match?
you know, like maybe this is, you know, it's hard because.
What you do? It depends what you do with Kane going forward. You think?
Yeah, but like if Kane came out and like, you know what, brother, I think I could beat you now. You know what I mean? I've been through hell, almost the same hell you've been through. You know what I mean? And but I just feel like that's just be a good goodbye. You know, brother versus brother. See you later. The brothers' destruction. Walk out together. You know what I mean? Even if Kane retired with Taker, that'd be wild. You know, the stuff like that just be awesome.
I think that would be actually really cool. I didn't think about that before.
You know what I mean? If they walk out together, do the whole arm thing, and then out, they're both retiring. Time for the big other guy.
I still want a beastly, just beat down evil Monster Kane championship run again before he goes. Why can't we get that? Like even Big Show. Like if you're gonna do Big Show anymore, if they're gonna push him at all, just make him go out there and knock out people like crazy, and just make him mean and vicious, and he just knocks people out. And like same thing they did with Henry when he had that push for a little bit. Like why can't the big guys go out there and just dominate people?
Exactly.
It's not 8-year-old friendly.
I don't give a crap.
But the bad guys don't need to be 8-year-old friendly. I mean, they don't need to go out there and curse like you're at an indie show. But
Oh, yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can go out there and be the villain and just power people and throw little John Cena around. I mean, eventually, you know what that means. The face has to go ahead and get their, get their win eventually. See No Evil. If we're talking about Kane.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. There's this car in front of us got a See No Evil license plate.
Maybe it's a sign.
Oh.
We did see a black cat.
Illuminati.
Van. Did you see that, Mike?
What?
When we walked out of your house, there's a black cat walked right past us.
No, that's probably my neighbor's cat.
I want to talk. I want to talk about that triple threat tag team ladder match at TLC at the start of the show.
Awesome.
Match of the
The
night.
match was awesome. The only problem I had, New Day was hardly in it half the time.
I disagree.
They were outside of the ring not doing anything, and then when they were, it was towards the end of the match when they beat down everybody.
You know what? I'll give you some of that credit. I'll give you a little bit of credit.
I'm not saying that they're
I would rather
bad.
had Woods and Kofi in that match instead of Big E and Kofi.
Big E just his style doesn't fit that match.
Okay, Kofi was in the match. Big E was laying there a lot.
Yeah,
I'll give Big E.
No, that I'll agree with.
Some
Yeah.
pretty.
Oh, he's got a few good movesets that are like, wow, big
But
guy,
I mean,
you
in that
move.
match,
Yeah.
he did some pretty crucial stuff. You know what I mean? Like Big Boy's flying around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But it
you
is
gotta give
an
him
Xavier
that.
Woods type match.
That should have been Woods and Kofi going in while Big E's doing commentary or whatever.
Or comes in there just to do his couple power moves and gets out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I did enjoy on Raw the next night that they're trying to go face and I think they're trying to be a cocky heel in a way, but they were still getting cheered and the Usos and Dragons were getting booed.
Yeah, that was kind of cool the way they
Like
did
it
that.
almost looked like
I still
you saw
can't
two
stand
tag
it. but-
teams go heel right there, almost.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you almost saw two tag teams go heel at the same time because of the fans don't
Oh,
want
the
them.
old switch from WrestleMania with Hart and Austin.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like that.
Was that a start of a downfall of Bret Hart's career when he went heel? Because it's
I
like,
hated the whole him in the wheelchair whining.
Oh god, that was.
I mean,
because that's not Bret Hart's spirit.
no,
You know what I mean?
the cocky Canadian thing, yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, but when he came out in the wheelchair,
Oh, that's
Bret
bad.
Hart would be. Oh, dang.
Pray they're all
Everybody
right.
all right.
Hope so, man.
But that's not Bret Hart. He was a fighting warrior. You know what I mean? He came from the dungeon. All those dudes that came from the dungeon were guys
Fighters.
who did not. Yeah.
They weren't crying.
So when you saw him coming in the ring with a wheelchair and whining, it was like, this ain't Bret Hart.
yeah,
If you were, you know what I mean? It's
like
that ain't-
Batista when he did his crying thing, and it's like, dude, this big guy is supposed to be crying.
Like nobody.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I laughed.
yeah, but he did
I did
it
too.
And
It was fun.
he's one of the best quitters. You know that?
Yeah, he quits great. He does quit.
It's fun because he goes away then.
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I so dig Batista. He's cool.
yeah.
I would be cool if Batista came back to fight Taker at Mania. Because they had a good feud together.
They did have a good feud.
They did have a good feud together.
It'd be
And
better than Wyatt.
Batista can probably do enough stuff to carry Taker
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
10-minute
so.
match.
I think so.
I wouldn't want to see a 15-minute spectacle with them or anything, but I bet you they can give us a good solid 8 to
I
10
would
minute
dig
match.
that match. I would be okay with Batista. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, but I think Batista actually really is not happy with Triple H.
No, I
I
don't
think there was legit beef when they were in Evolution,
Yeah.
and Orton was kind of like the calming factor between the two because he's friends with both of them.
Well, from what I read in Batista's book, Orton was the whiner. He would be in the car trying to sleep while him, Flair, and Triple H would talk, blah, 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 and Randy Orton would whine, but I think you're right. He probably was the middleman between the two big
The
buff
last
guys.
time, I'm talking this
Oh,
last.
the last one, yeah.
Yeah, no. In the
Orton was-
beginning, I know they didn't get along, but I know over time they did.
Yeah.
And that WrestleMania main event, which I thought was gonna suck, was really good.
Yeah, it was pretty decent.
The throw up RKO,
Yeah.
and the
Oh,
power
yeah.
bomb. Yeah, that was a good match. I as much as I did not think that match was gonna be good, that turned out to be a really good match.
No, I that's pretty decent. I get that.
Oh man,
But do we really blame Triple H anymore?
I don't think it's his problem. I
I
think
mean,
Vince is the
sometimes
problem.
I do, but sometimes I don't. And then I sit there and I go, why am I blaming him? He's running NXT great. Why do I have to bug?
Yeah, no, I was that way for a while. I was like
You know?
complaining about Triple H left and right, and then I was like, the more I thought about it, the more I see how NXT is doing. I'm like, the whole problem is Vince right now.
Yeah. And I'm
Vince
like,
still has his hand on Raw.
and I was talking to
The
Dean.
writing too is still bad, and that's beyond Vince. That's beyond Triple H. It's the writers too are just.
Well, Vince still has to sign off and okay.
But it's so
okay
sad that I'd
stuff,
rather
so.
see Vince in the ring instead of being in the back.
No. I don't want Vince at all there.
No,
That-
I
him
enjoy
going out
him
there.
being the bad guy boss again. I
See,
always
I-
enjoyed that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
You know what I mean?
I just don't
he
want
was
him there.
good. Even in the ring when he was sitting there like, I'm gonna make him wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
love that.
That's the cool Vince, but it's like It's the character Vince, not the real person Vince. I like, you know what I mean? Like that's where I draw the line. I'm like, oh, I like Vince on camera, but not behind the camera. But it's what it is, you know.
Yeah, we're not gonna have any change on Raw or SmackDown. Which, by the way, has anybody watched SmackDown ever?
I haven't watched SmackDown in like 6-7 years.
SmackDown's still airing?
Yeah, that's
It's on USA on Tuesday.
No, it's going somewhere else now. It's packing up. Oh, it is now on USA?
It's on USA,
Oh,
yeah.
that's much I know.
The commercials are funny though, I'll give it that.
What, Reigns showing how stupid he is he can't fold a box?
No, I just like the reactions of Triple H and Stephanie. It's like they're really are. Like, damn. Like, man, you're right. This does suck.
Sorry. Oh, man.
That's why I would like to see maybe like eventually down the road once Vince finally does call it quits, you have Triple H take over Raw and have Stephanie take over SmackDown, and you can split the brands again, because I think that would probably make things a little more
They should
interesting.
be splitting the brands now.
Yeah, I think they have enough wrestlers with NXT personnel that you can have NXT people in both of them, but still have them in NXT mainly, but to fill different matches up, have them show up here and there.
I missed the world title.
I do
really
miss
do.
WCW's title. To me, that's always been the real title because it was the NWA title.
Yeah, NWA.
And I know when WCW branched off from NWA, and then NWA had their own thing, and I even think they were tied in with ECW for a minute, and then
Shane
ECW,
Douglas,
yeah, Shane Douglas, right, and then ECW got their own thing, and then WCW went away. Well, Vince bought it, and then TNA had their thing, and then they kind of embraced NWA title, and then it's the TNA title. To me, the NWA title has just always been the real title, like the real wrestling title, even before like Hogan's old 80s WWF title. I just felt like the NWA title is a real title, and it manifests itself the most for all of us in WCW, to me. So to me, yes, that world heavyweight title, the old WCW title, the one that they finally got rid of a year or so ago, should come back. And if you do that, you have to do two brands, and I agree with you 100%.
No, I think we should have two titles. I really do. I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed that.
And Sheamus gets the WWE title.
Yeah. Just let him play with that.
All right, but we are pulling up to our destination, so we'll probably cut it off here. Final thought. I have a keep one, fire one, push one for you guys.
Okay.
Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose.
Ooh, you're gonna hate mine. Keep one. You keep Owens. Push one. You just keep pushing Rollins when he comes back, and then that means Dean Ambrose is bye.
Yeah, I figured you'd
I'm
go there.
100% on that. I gotta go with Mike on that one.
And I can give you reasons why.
I know you can.
But I don't mean like I can give you like minutes of reasons why, but like, all right. Owens you keep because his in-ring work is the greatest. Like, not the greatest out of all the three of them, but it's just so good, and his mic is phenomenal. Rollins, he's by far the best out of the three of them. In-ring, on the mic. I mean, the way he held himself as a champion, I don't think either one of those two are going to beat him in what he did for the time he had it. Ambrose, as much as I like Ambrose, as much as his in-ring work is really good and entertaining, I think he's just the weaker out of the three. If you would have had anybody else in there, it would not have been Ambrose being fired. But I want all three to be kept, pushed, and champions.
Yeah,
so.
don't fire anyone.
Yeah.
WWE hasn't listened to us in the past, so.
I don't know, sometimes, well, AEW has every now and again.
Yeah, give it that credit.
But what's yours then?
Keep Owens, push Ambrose, fire Rollins.
Yeah, I figured it'd be opposite of what I said on the fire.
I just can't. I'm just too pro Ambrose right now.
And that's
Do that.
fine. But anyways, folks, thank you for watching.
No final thoughts for you guys?
What, I thought that was our final
No, that was
thoughts
like
collectively.
mine to your guys.
No, I dug that.
Oh, I was okay with just having
okay,
that all.
Okay.
Kind of question. That's a good one.
But go ahead, you usually wrap it up.
Twitter and Facebook down there, guys. Go ahead and like and follow those. Go ahead and comment telling us your thoughts about what we talked about. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And YouTube, until next time, we are the whole fucking show.
Peace,
Later.
guys.